Yeah, hello, welcome back to the second part of this SVG tutorial. I showed you in the last part some basic shapes, how you can shape them directly inline your HTML document. And we just continue here now by making another shape, using another shape. So in this time we want to use the polyline shape and want to make a line like a house, the shape of a house made around this ellipsis. So let's start by defining the polyline image element, and this is defined actually by points. So this is really easy and easy to use and understand. So you are starting by the first point you want to set of your line. In our case we want to start at point 0, so 0 pixel and 100 pixel. This will start in the vertical on point 0, and in the horizontal the epsilon as the y-axis in the middle of our SVG element, so it is 200 at all and it will be 100 in the middle. So, and in the next setting you will see the line then actually appear, because this is just now the first point we defined, nothing we can see. We define now the next part, which will be here down the bottom. This is y on the 0 on the x-axis and 200 on the y-axis. So to make it finally visible, we give that a style and define a fill. No, let's actually define it here. No fill, and we just want to make a stroke. So a pure line without a filling. The stroke shall have the color of black, and the stroke width we can set to 3. So as you can see, the stroke appeared now here from the point 0, 100 to 0, 200. And we now want to make a line from 0, 200 to the other side. This will be 300, 200. So we will define it. In the x-axis it's 300, so the whole width, the other side of the element, and 200 in the y-axis. And we are going up now again on the other side, like we did it here. We make a half line on this side. So we define 150 on the x-axis this time, and 0 on the y. Oops. Excuse me, of course, that was one step too far. It is 300 on the x-axis and 100 on the y-axis. So, and now we want to make a line up here, like to make a roof on this little house we are building, and this point is, as you can guess, like on the x-axis it is 150, and on the y-axis it is 0, because it's up on the element. 150 and 0. So, and now we are just going back to this point here to finish our roof, and this is 0, 100 as we had it already. And here we are having now our polyline without a filling. So if you are setting here now red or something, this shape can be filled with any color you like. And this means as well that you can make any shape you like, so not just rectangle and circle, but with this polyline you can actually define a shape whatever you want. Okay, so last but not least, I want to show you another shape in SVG. This is called the Polygon shape, and we will make a triangle out of this Polygon shape. So let's define another container, SVG, with the SVG element, and start and give it a width, let's say now of 600 pixels, so it will be the whole area here now, and a height of 200 like we had it already, and define the polygon with this element. And this polygon is actually defined like the polyline with points. So we are defining these points now with the points attribute and start defining it starting at the point 0, 100. So as we want to make a triangle, we need 3 points. So 0, 100, this will be like here. Then 600, 100, this will be like here. And the last point will be on the x-axis a half, and y shall be 0. So it is 300, 0. And here now appears our triangle defined by these 3 points: 0, 100, 600, 100, and 300, 0. And you can play around here, making weird shapes out of it. This is really easy to use, actually. Yeah, okay, so let's finish this up now and put again a text inside of it. Define again to center it. We make it 300, so the half of the whole width, and something like 140 on the y-axis. We shall make here more like the half, so let's test it out a bit. So you see now it's appearing, so let's just make it more at the bottom, a bit up. So 60 pixels shall fit here, very good. Font size of 40. And just let's finish it up by SVG is fun. You see how many things you can do with this element. And actually this element, as I said in the beginning, is just a way of making it inline on your HTML document. You can make it as well via images element or via the via CSS. You can add it to your site. When you want to know about these possibilities more, I will give you some links at the bottom of this video of my tutorial, and there you can find help and support how there are about the several ways SVG can be added to your site. So I hope you learned something new today. SVG is really easy to use. Another very huge advantage is actually it doesn't matter how much you scale it, it will be always sharp. So especially on Retina displays, it will appear always very good. So it is a perfect format for your logos, for example, or if you want to make some kind of a geometrical style of your navigation bar or something like that. You can animate this stuff. You can work with SVG and JavaScript a lot. Okay, and this I want to show you actually still. You can use simple CSS to style this SVG. As you saw already, for example, here we are having the style attribute, what you know already from HTML. And you can as well just use CSS and classes or identifiers to style your SVG elements. So for example, we are making now the polygon. Define here an ID polygon and just add some style here now to our polygon via CSS. So for example, we can change the fill to red, and so this is now simple CSS syntax. We can make a stroke around it, which we make it blue, and we can set the width of the stroke to 4 or even a bit more to make it visible. Okay, just a second. Okay, of course it's like stroke width. So you see it's now appearing here, a small stroke around this polygon. Okay, that's also actually all about it. I hope you had some fun, you learned something new. I'm looking forward for your comments. Yeah, and have fun by coding. Goodbye.